If you guys are following along and you remember last episode, we're kind of picking up like right where we left off. Except for the fact I had to go to like stupid work for a couple of days. But the Cutlass is still in the trailer. We're going to give you a nice little walk around, show you what's going on with it, talk about some plans, and if things go the way I think they will, we'll have a run-in by the end of this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop. Guys, so I am really banking on the information Chippy gave me that it never actually broke. Everything was fine. He just stopped driving, right? So, with that being said, we should just be able to put a battery in, turn the key, and it fires right up, right? No. Do not do that, all right? This thing's been sitting for at least between 19 and 21 years. Things happen in that time. Some things might be stuck. Some things might be corroded. Wires could be chewed through because there was a family of mice living under the hood. You don't know what you don't know. So what we're going to do is take a look at everything and make sure things work properly before we put any power to this thing, because the last thing I want to do is burn down a vehicle that the family's had since the day it come off the showroom floor. So I'll spin you guys around, give you a good once over everything. We kind of breezed over it last episode, but we're trying to get the thing loaded up and have some food. So you guys know with the right motivation, we get things done. Clearly it's down here safe and sound. So nothing to do but to get started on it. I'm sure you guys have already noticed, but even with all these big, beautiful trees here, I managed to put this thing in what's arguably the hottest spot on the entire property. Did I do that because I'm an idiot? I mean, partially, because I probably could have moved at this point, but I had to leave the trailer somewhere it's flat, kind of out of the way, and take this guy to work for the week. So here we are. And in case you're wondering, it was like 80 and no humidity and all that kind of stuff all week. Now that I have a chance to work on it, it's 97 degrees. And I think if you look closely, you can see the devil right there. He's over there in the shade drinking lemonade because it is that freaking hot. But we're getting it done. So, like we said before, 85 Cutlass Salon. The family's owned this thing since brand new. Chippy had told me it was hit at one time over here. They had some work done, and we noticed that's got some black paint inside that. This side does not. So I don't know if that's maybe a Cutlass Supreme as opposed to a salon finish or something like that. But it's just a little bit different. It's got different bulbs in that, but who cares? We're going to probably change them all out anyways. The front bumper is rusted. It's got some rust on it. I thought it wasn't that bad. And then I looked in here and said, holy cow, that's bad. And even on this side, it's way worse. I thought we could maybe clean it up. We're in the market for a new one right now because this side is just... Look at that. You get your finger all the way up in there. That's not good. It's a bad day for America. So, looking for a bumper. I think we might need a new hood, guys. What do you think, huh? Maybe it's just a little bit. Yeah, that's not going to work out. Got a couple feelers out. Man, I hate when people say that. Anyways, I've actually contacted a couple people about a hood. It's not savable, guys. I'm thinking it was under a tree, like just the front, because that's super weird place for that to rust. Or maybe that's where, I don't know. where water just collected. Either way, it's bad. I'll show you underneath too. It's bad underneath. It's just not savable. It's probably just a small matter of time before it's, unsafe. So we're definitely not going to reuse that. Everything here looks legit. So the nose cone is all legit. Everything's nice and solid in here. Everything looks to be solid underneath, from what I could tell. It was parked on concrete, so that's a saver. That's a lifesaver right there. Otherwise, who knows what we'll be looking at. Chippy put these American racing wheels on it a long time ago and it sat. We're hoping we can polish these out. I got some old school tricks up my sleeve. So obviously the tires, even though they got tons of tread, they're 20-something years old, guys. That belt is going to come apart on the inside. I don't care how good they look. I don't care if they're not dry rotted. Don't use a 20-something-year-old tire. I mean, if you got to get outside the highway or something, I get it, but not, yeah. We're going through the whole car. That would be a really stupid place to skimp on it, all right? Let's see what we got here. So the rockers look super solid, which is good, very good. There's a couple spots up here. This one in particular, I got some pinholes, which we'll grind that down, see how bad that is. Maybe a little, those are welder noises, so you guys know. I don't know if you guys know or not, but we should be able to fix that up. Not too much of a problem. This door, she has seen better days. And I say that because of, how it is. The whole bottom of this door, guys, is gone. You can see that. Bring it back a little bit. You can see the movement. BAD, bad. So we're gonna do away with that. We're not gonna do away with it. I'm not gonna make it look like a Jeep or something, but we're gonna replace that. Looking for that as well. Got a couple possibilities. We'll see how that goes. I'm super happy to see all in here, nice and solid. The rocker's solid. This little spot right here shouldn't be too much to take care of. Everything there looking good. We'll show you the interior in a little bit, but all around here, good to go. These are usually spots that are bad. Luckily, they're not. Same situation with the tire. This is whatever, guys, surface rust. These are starting to really sunbake. I believe they repop them because, I'd like to put that on a nice, We got here. You put the dual exhaust on. You can see some rust here. This might polish up. Maybe we can knock that off of there and paint that or something. We'll see how that goes. But it seems to be solid, so that's good. It's not too old. Well, it doesn't have too much use on it. Let's say it that way. There's some bubbles here, a little bit here. Everyone I'm finding online has all the same bubbles. You can see all right here. We'll see how bad that is. If we can convert it and save it, we will, because like I said, everyone I find online is actually way worse than this. So I think we can take care of that. This bumper, same thing here. The rust hole kind of sucks because that's the only one, and other than that, it would polish out. Pretty sure it's a G-body, guys. These things are so popular, we shouldn't have a hard time finding this stuff. But time is gonna tell. When Chippy did some things in the 90s, he also put some air shocks on it, so that's what that valve there is for. We'll see if those are still operational, and worry about that when the time comes. Obviously, it's not Prime 1. You see the top here is, again, just getting sun-baked. We'll see if we can find anything there. So, no rust coming out. That's good. All the way around, guys. Seems pretty good. Everything there. Let's take a good look from the bottom, from the back. Let's see what's going on right here, guys. All right. Not bad at all. The scale on everything how the Suburban was, but if you see, look at that. No corrosion, no rot there. This tank may need replaced. We'll see what it looks like inside, but that's another thing, guys, that you let things sit. Sounds like it's got gas in it, huh? We'll see. We'll see what that's like. But it's not in bad shape under here at all. Floors look decent. I mean, everything looks good. A quick cleanup, maybe you know, a little descaling. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not mad about that. All right. So, over to this door. What do you guys think? What do you think? First off, it's not hanging, so it doesn't hit the trailer. So that's good. There is a little bit of rust starting here. And some down here. What do we got here? What is this? I don't know what that is. But it came out of the vent hole. It's the drain hole there. It's not looking bad, guys. I think this might be all right. The rocker here, everything looks good here. So I'm happy about that. And before I take you inside, same here with this fender. We're good to go. So, definitely need a hood. Definitely a driver's side door. Some of these other things might be savable. The interior, guys, is all here. So that's definitely a step in the right direction. The headliner's got that, is that button tuck, Chip? No, obviously the glue started going, so he did what he had to do. Try and keep it up, I think is what he did. Either way, you can taste it. But we'll take care of that. You guys know we're in the headliner business now. I don't think he wants the cow print, but I mean, we'll give him the option. Over to him, you know? So, I've sat in his back seat a time or two, coming back from Little League games and whatnot, but she's still looking good, so that's good. This is always, these things always break, they get super brittle. Missing this little guy here, another thing that kind of goes, but the seats themselves, really good shape. The dash pad, that's just how that goes. Sun-baked. They repop them, shouldn't be bad. So I'm not too concerned with that. These are all nice. No cigarette burns, nothing like that. So we should be all set there. Let's go on the other side. We'll pop the hood and take a look under there, because I just realized we didn't even show you guys the powerhouse when we were loading this guy up. And while we're here, you see it's kind of serious, man. Look at the pedals he's got there. I had him in my 5-liter too. What do we got for mileage? Let's see what we got here. 89,005. Guys, I do not think that's been rolled over. I think that's legit, which is awesome. Kind of like that Pioneer stereo. Nice job installing it too. Good job, Chip. All right, guys, the camera overheated, but we're back, and let's see what we're working with here. See, I think that's proof this hood is no good. It's just bad, guys. We can't not be able to fix this. Chippy was saying how the whole insulation's gone. Apparently, it was all balled up over there. You kind of see the remnants of all the mouse stuff mixed with corrosion and whatnot. But guys, it's all here. It's all untouched. He even said, I mean, he never even disconnected the battery. He's like, oh man, I forgot to do that. This thing died 17 years ago, not a problem. But Let's see what we've got for fluids here. While we're under here, right? We looked at this before. There we go. Guys, that looks like brand new. Awesome. So that's a good sign. Chip maintained his stuff, so we're good to go there. Alright. I'm not worry about that being gummed up. Let's see if I can reach over there without killing myself. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, alright. We're good. Okay. There's no room here. Guys, there's no room here. We're fine. It's gonna be fine. Got oil here. You always want to do this on the trailer. It makes it so much better. It is very black, but also actually it's not really that bad, guys, for 20-something years old. It's not gummed up. It is right at the full mark. That is good to go. Can we get in there? This is not the way to do it. Got it. Nailed it. All right. Brakes. I didn't even think about brakes. This is really not easy to do. There you go. Full and doesn't look too bad. That's a good sign. See if we got a pedal before we just go let this thing off the trailer. I'd like to stop it before it gets into the road. Oop. Easy. Easy. All right. So, let's see what we got. Good to go. Awesome. Now, make no mistake, guys. Just because that thing's working right now, we will change the soft lines at a minimum in the front here. Check out the cylinders in the back and whatnot. Because brakes are important. I'm sure you guys knew that. All right, I'm going to put you guys on the tripod or something and see if we can spin this motor. Guys, see the car is off the trailer and uneventful, which is what you're shooting for. If you notice, I hooked the trailer up to the truck before I tried pushing it off, and I learned this lesson 20-something years ago. I had my buddy Josh's Jeep on my trailer. I went and pushed it off, not hooked up to the truck. What happened when the weight went back to like here, this went, and I was standing right there, shot in the air, landed it because I was 20-something years old. And then as the car came the rest of the way off the trailer, it went like again, and it shot me up again. I landed it twice. I wish we had YouTube and all that back then because it's pretty good. But I don't know, the knees still got it in them. So we hooked that up. And if you notice, she tried to roll forward a little bit, which is why I went and jacked it up a little bit. Use, what's that called? Is it geometry? Leverage? Leverage. That's probably more what it is. She's off. She's good to go. No problem. Also put a layer on the tires because it's been sitting for 20-something years. It's amazing they still had some air in them, but, the more the better, within reason. Check tire pressures where you're actually supposed to be at. Don't just, All that being said, I want to show you something. You see this Look at that right here. This strap laying here, I want to show you. Some people think I like overdo it with tie downs. Megan's like, that. Some of you gonna put on over here. What are you doing? That's a look. Yeah. I get it. I'm gonna show you why. Okay, so other than being extremely long for no reason at all, these are very heavy duty, super strong straps, right? To be perfectly honest, well, I left a winch on the car too, so like one up front, one in the back. At this rating, yes, it will hold the weight. However, it's not just about holding the weight, guys. Things can go wrong on the road, and these things can get cut. This was wrapped around the A-arm. I guess I hit a sharp spot or got pinched. The other side was fine. It's been fine every time I've towed a car like that, but this it was halfway through. So, don't, whether you care about what you're towing, obviously we do, but there's people on the road behind you guys, so more is always better than not enough. All right, down off the trailer, we can actually easily get to things, or more easily at least. We know the oil's good, so I'd like to make sure this thing spins before I try to put any power on it, right? So what I'd like to do is grab the old fan here and try and give it a tug, right? Well, it's a clutch fan, so that's not going to work. Let's see if we can get down there on the crank and spin it from there, because, well, it's about the only other place to do it. All right, guys, so change 6. We're on now, I think. Yeah, we've tried every single socket we have. None of them fit the crank bolt. Google has lied to us. Google said it was a 24 millimeter. It's not. I re-Googled it, being a little more specific, and it said it was a 1 5/16. I don't have that one. Tried 26 millimeter. Let's take that off. Tried the 26 millimeter. I tried 32. 32 seemed too big, so I don't think it's an 1 5/16. I think Google has no idea, and they're guessing the same I am. So, as I talked to wait, told him the predicament I was in, he said, turn the key and send it. We're going to go with a little bit more care than that. We are going to turn the key, but we're swapping this battery out first, because it really doesn't make any sense to turn the key when you have a dead battery. And then we're going to disconnect the fuel feed, because I do not want to send whatever in that gas tank to the carburetor. That's not working. Did I leave it? There we go. Yeah, it's kind of a pain working up here. Megan's got a bunch of tools in the garage here that she uses in the house, because she's into that kind of stuff. I don't want to get hers tools all nasty, because I'm just a nice guy. So I am getting my steps in today, walking back and forth in the shop, because that's my only option. So that's where we're at. Probably could have found a better place to route that thing, huh? Side post, GM stuff. This thing sucks. This is why I don't have air conditioning in my stuff. That's not true. I'm cheap. That's why I don't have air conditioning in my stuff. This is just to get it going, guys, and get it down to the shop. This will all be cleaned and done properly, I promise that. kind of not looking forward to seeing how corroded it is under this battery. They never fare well. Got a little rain delay. Not much rain, just a little touch of it. No big deal. Oh, sweet, it's plastic under there. That's good. Yo. Oh, never mind. It's just hold upside. Cool. There's always broken stuff underneath here. Oh, that's from last time they put a battery in it. The AutoZone guy just dropped it, huh? I don't know if that's all bad. Not a big deal. We're going to clean this all out, like I said. I love the fact that it's plastic. Oh, next to it. Oh, no, that's from the back. It looks like all the rust is from the hood. Like you see, guys, this is all. Not too worried about that. Let's see about this guy. Gotta become one. We ain't gonna let it. That is not good. All right, check it out, guys. This is why you don't just hook up a battery, turn the key, and send it. We said some mice lived in here. That's what all this is. Tons of mouse droppings. And see, the carburetor is not supposed to be that color. She's got a little oxidation on her. This is what's living in this guy. Get that out of here. And I'll get this off of here. Just get the other stuff so I don't dump anything in the carb. And, oh, guys, this is not good. Well, it's not too bad, but it's not great. That much I can promise you. Okay, I might have downplayed that a little bit. I said it's not too bad, but it kind of is. There's stuff all and everything here from when the mice were living in here. See all that? And pulling that out of everything. All sorts of stuff in the carb, all around the carb. God, that accelerator pump is, oh wait, I got to move a little bit. It's not good. That's locked up pretty good though. Butterfly is, it's locked up tight, guys. This whole thing is seized up terribly. All the linkage. I mean, I can't even get. This is the cruise control, right? Yeah. Please, so. It's not. Nothing's moving anywhere. Not ideal at all, guys. I don't know if they have rebuild kits for these, because I mean they're not super sought after. I don't think. It's a little 2-barrel. Sure, we can buy a remand one. Everything is just so bad. Yeah, you can just see it. There was a lot of moisture in here, guys. And if this is looking like this, like the outside, I can only imagine what the inside is looking like. And when I pulled, see, this is kind of talking about this before. I went to remove those vacuum hoses, and they are brittle, guys. Everything just broke. This guy right here just blowed out. So they're all going to be like that. We got to take some time, clean all this stuff out, and do this the right way, guys, because if we don't, if we just try to force things and do it, we're going to make things very, very bad for ourselves in the very, very near future. I'm sure you guys have figured out now I'm running out of daylight. I thought, well, obviously, I was hoping this was going to be, I didn't expect to be running and driving today. I was hoping that the carb was at least, everything was moving there, and we could get it to bark off. I could send Chippy a little video and be like, dude, check it out, right? Well, that didn't happen. I'm not, upset about it. It's just that would have been, it probably would have been too easy, if I'm being perfectly honest, right? This thing has been sitting for 22 years. I just checked. New York used to put on the windshield the registration. 2003 was the last time it was registered. So to think it's going to sit on Long Island, snow, rain, close to the water, all that stuff for that long, and just, no, come on, guy. We know better, right? Everything being seized up, I'm real glad I didn't get in there and just turn the key and start mashing the gas, because we could have broke things, bracketry, all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go down to the shop, get a can of Croil, and I'm going to soak a whole bunch of stuff under that hood down. Close the hood, let it sit overnight. We're going to get it down to the shop, and we're going to do this, well, I guess the way we should have done it in the first place, right? No quick fixes. When I talked to Chippy, I told him, well, he told me, he just wants to be, running, reliable, guys, most importantly, safe. He's going to have his kids in the car and stuff, right? So, you know what? People always say that. Whether you have your kids in the car or not, you should be safe, guys, because there's other people on the road, all right? People always forget that. They just think about themselves. I don't want to be that guy, all right? So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to lube everything up, let it sit overnight, get it down to the shop, and do things the right way. Now, that being said, I may have one or two projects in work in the shop. It may be a total mess and not any room for this right yet. So, I should probably go down there and take care of that first. So that's what I'll do. Guys, no big surprise, this is going to be more work, right? Because what we always say, if you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. Guys, it doesn't get much cooler than an old G body. So, did we really think we were going to get out of any work? No. Thanks for watching, guys.